friend. I just wanted to get on and just be real and talk to you, friend to friend, about some stuff in life that can be so tough. And I don't know about you, but there have been times in my life that I feel like I have definitely put God in a box. Maybe it's a timeline. Maybe I feel like, okay, there has to be an expiration date and it has to be set to my exact standards of the time that I'm going to finally get out of this place of misery and just feeling kind of bound in some places or stuck. Like no matter how hard you try, it just doesn't feel like you're moving forward. And sometimes it can be so tough, especially when you feel like God has told you certain promises and then you don't see them bear any fruit. And then that date on that calendar that you put firmly in place of when God was going to rescue you and come through for you, it comes and it goes. That's the kind of stuff I've been walking through, friend. And it wasn't that I purposely put a timeline on him or him in a box. I just think in my humanness, I thought, surely you would have come through by now. God, it's been a long, long time. And from things he had told me, I had thought like it would be at a certain point. But now that time has pretty much come and gone, or way past come and gone. And sometimes in my humanness, I can have this sense of kind of frustration and kind of fear of, is it ever going to get better? And sometimes a little bit of anger mixed in too, of like, God, I thought you promised this. Why are you not keeping your end of the bargain? I know it's not easy to admit these things, but I'm doing it because maybe someone else out there feels that too. And then you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm just a horrible person. And God definitely can't love me. And there's days that I do feel like that. And I'm like, good Lord, who am I to even get on this screen, God, and proclaim your goodness and your grace? But then he reminded me that it's through our weakness, through my weakness, that his strength is shown the greatest and the strongest ever, right? So I just wanted to get on and encourage you if perhaps something in your life has seemed to go beyond that expiration date. It's kind of like that past due baby that I talked about in one of my other videos. Like it's tough. And then from it, all these other emotions snowball and you just feel like you're down again in this kind of pit of a little bit self-pity, a little bit doubt, a little bit grief, a little bit fear, a little bit just all the crazy human emotions we feel, right? And then you feel like you're never gonna get out. And then you think, how could I even fallen into this again, God? I just feel like God wants you to know that he loves you right there. And he is still making a way, even if it didn't come about in your time and your way, that still is he making a way. And he's ready and willing to lift you out of that pit of fear, depression, self-pity, whatever it is that you feel like you've fallen into again. And he's ready to just lift you out and grab you in a great big bear hug and remind you that he's got you, that he loves you. I think again of a loving father and how if his child even had maybe not listened and maybe had run and done a few things wrong and fallen into that pit, even though he told him not to go near that place and had told him all the stuff right and had set all the boundaries, and yet that child, maybe out of fear, maybe out of anger, maybe out of not quite trusting the love of his father, ran and ended up tripping and falling right back into that same pit that he'd already saved and rescued them from. Wouldn't a loving father go and rescue their beautiful beloved child once more? They would. And our Heavenly Father is that same beautiful, loving Father that he's always been, friend. He still loves you. He still has good plans for you. And he's making a way. Maybe not in our time, maybe not in our way, but are we going to trust him and then just leave the timing to him? I think of the verse that says he makes everything beautiful in its time, in his time. And so we just have to leave the timing to him, friend. That if it's not beautiful yet, then he is not done. It's not his perfect timing yet. So we just have to nestle our head on our daddy's shoulder and trust that he does know best and that he's going to get us where we need to go when we need to get there. And then it's just going to be breathtaking and wonderful. And no, it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to be without its own set of troubles, right? But we will have seen the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, and will know that he is surely for us, and that he has parted the waters, and that he can do all things in and through us. I love you, friend. I am praying for you, that you will be able to once more feel the love of the Father, that he is right now pulling you out, pulling you up from that pit, and wanting to lavish his love on you. Will you let him? I love you. Hope you have a great day.